Hi, before we dive into the technical details, let me share my inspiration for this game. I might call it Grid Survivor. It's a fast-paced survival game where you're trapped in a 5x5 grid and your goal is to avoid getting dropped as squares disappear one by one every 2 seconds. I wanted to create a simple yet challenging game that tests a player's reflexes and decision making under pressure. Now let's discuss how I implemented Grid Survivor. I used Unity Engine and C# to build this project. I don't use Visual Scripting because I never use it. I might consider learning it in the next project. Now I will walk you through how I created this game. First, I created a grid generator using two squares. One has darker and one has lighter color. I just need to alternate them in each row and column to create a complete grid. After that, I came up with the idea to generate any grid size, and I added the option to choose a size from the main menu. When working on a disappear squares, I wanted to make them flash before disappearing so the player has time to react. This feature is available in easy mode. I was struggle dealing with making a square flash because the code from Unity official website doesn't work. It's actually not a code, it's a syntax. Since it's a syntax, you must follow it, but it doesn't work, so it took me a while to aware that I'm using URP, Universal Render Pipeline. Therefore, I need to access to the shader that linked with the material code I'm writing to make sure the variable names are correct. This is one of the new things I've learned in this project. Now I have a working grid, I moved on to the player movement. I used the third-person controller from Unity Starter Asset. I replaced all the animation so they fit with my own character model. The game could be finished right here, but I'm excited to add more challenges. The first one is the maze mode. I instantiate a bunch of walls with transparent effect. I need to pay attention of each vector 3 to make sure they are placed inside a grid. And they are completely random in every game section. For the laser mode, I reuse them from my tower defense project. They will fire from the top of a random squares in random time. The squares will be flashing before the laser fires, so the player has time to react. If the player gets hit, it will be unable to move in half of a second. There will be more lasers at the beginning, but as less squares remaining, less laser will be fired to make sure it's possible to play the game. That's all the logics in this project. Alright, let's see some gameplay. From the main menu, you'll be able to choose a couple of options, such as easy mode, maze mode, laser mode. Moving on to the main scene, as you see, I'm in the middle of the grid. I can move around using the arrow keys. In the easy mode, the squares turns yellow before they fall, giving me a split second to react. It starts easy, but as more squares vanish, it gets seriously challenging. If I have more time, I'd love to add more features to the game, like dropping reward over time, perhaps power-ups that slow down the square disappearance, increase speed for the player, or extra lives. In a larger map like 8x8 or 9x9, it will take forever to make it until the last square, so I can add time limit like 2-3 minutes. There's always room for expansion. Overall, this is a fantastic project to work on, and I'm excited to keep refining it. Game development is all about learning and iterating, and I look forward to rewrite this game using Visual Scripting. Thank you.